All right, happy Friday. How we doing, Ray?
Doing all right, Tim. How are you, man?
Great. How are your New Year's resolutions going? We're 15
Doing
days.
good. I am. I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. I'm
Yeah,
slimming. I'm slimming down. Yeah.
nice.
Yep. You
Good,
got you
good.
got to you got to do it, or if it'll get out of hand, man. So, how
I,
about
I
you?
I just had some carrot chips.
Carrot chips.
Yeah, I can't have potato chips anymore, so I make the chips out of carrots.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's rough. That sounds rough, man.
It's not as bad as you think, but they're not going to grow on me. That's for sure. I don't
Right.
think I'll be craving. Lay's you can't have just one. I can have just one carrot chip if I had to.
It is. The other thing, and we kind of talked about it a little before, Tim. We're almost at our 1 year anniversary, man.
That's right. That's the big day
Right. That's cool.
coming up right at the end of the month, and yeah, we're gonna have to throw a big party.
Right.
We're gonna have
Doesn't
to
mean.
have special guests and champagne.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does happen right at the 30th, right? I usually do a dry January. I'll have to skip a day early, and we'll get some champagne flowing.
Yeah, it's like is our honeymoon's over? Does that mean you're gonna turn on me, man? I'm just playing. You know, I'm joking. That's
I know
funny.
what you mean, but we're having too much fun. This is good. We're gonna keep on going because we're
It is.
keeping it fresh with so much new stuff.
We do, and we got all kinds of new people, Tim. It's great. Everybody's
That
jumping in
too.
here. That's kind of why what we wanted to go over today, right? It's I'm going to kind of go over like our ecosystem. What's everything? Everybody
Yep.
obviously sees ETH pulled back, Bitcoin, all that pulled back. But from last week to this week, everything in our ecosystem, I go through that. I want to go through all the bees NFTs. Everybody that came in new. They should also know about Bees.Social, right? I know they keep hearing that things on spaces and all that cool stuff about lock liquidity and what we build over here with DeFi and all those type of things. And I kind of want to give an overview on that, and then shows going further, we can dig in a little more and what that means, right? What does it mean to yield farm? How do you yield farm? What do you do there, right? Hey Val.
Are we gonna have Vince on the show, the yield farming professor?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a good idea. He has great,
Or we'll
great
just point
tutorials
out his tutorials that are ranking in
in
positions
Google.
1, 2, and 3 on Google.
Yeah, for what was yield farming, isn't it?
Yeah, for yield
Yeah,
farming.
for the word yield farming. So that's a big shout out to Rick and Vince, right? Those are rocking
Yeah.
it. We got a lot of cool people do a lot of amazing things. So those guys are doing things where when you search on Google, we show up. So people don't really realize maybe sometimes that there's a lot of work that goes into that, right? So big shout out, thank you. What about you, Tim? What you
Donna
got?
says, "Let's get some honey."
That's right. Yep,
And
absolutely.
Charlotte's still after Austin.
Hey,
Um,
Val. Sometimes we don't get to go through because it's a pretty amazing that everybody comments and pops in here. So it's never on purpose. So
Yeehaw,
appreciate
buzz,
you.
buzz.
Yupper.
And Mike is back. Mike, yep. I've had my coffee. Mike was on this morning when I started the show without starting the show, which was pretty funny.
Yep.
But yeah, finally got it in gear, and Mike was there to catch me up.
Oh
So it was
yeah,
good stuff. Good to see you back, Mike.
you're the man, Mike. And here's look
Ready
here.
ready for some alpha.
That's right,
You
Val.
got alpha? You got alpha or nuggets? Are they
Uh,
alpha nuggets now?
no, I don't think they're not nuggets because we know about them, but not the newbies, right? But that right, I was just going to pop up Joe myself. That's another guy that kind of does a lot of things. Even some of these presentations, especially the one I go through our ecosystem of what is with
Yep.
all our tokens. So, yep. No, I won't hold up. I know we got to get into it and jump into it. So let me share. How do you share the screens, Tim?
I forget. It's 11 months now, Ray.
All right, here we go. Allow.
Actually, I started out running the background, and about 6 months in, I gave you access to all that stuff, and I thought you were like taking over. I thought I wasn't going to be needed anymore.
Right? I know. No. It's you much more than running slides, Tim. We're a well-oiled team, man. We're good to go, right? But weekly bees social report. So everybody, if you're new or if you've been with us, we do have tokens that we're all kind of involved with and hold. and we do the yield farming with, and we do the staking and the pools. So this is a weekly rundown of what's going on in that space. I won't kind of sit and talk too long, but from last week to this week, Wafu 0.69. From last week, it went to 0.64 this week. Just like I said, a lot of stuff that had pulled back, this has done the same thing. So it's down 0.04 from a week ago. And if you bought $100 of Wafu tokens on the 7th, you'd have 143.6 Wafu tokens, and they'd be worth $93. So it's down about 7%. There are 388 Wafu token holders. That is flat from last week. None at it, and none have left. Wafu token market cap has a total market cap of $6.7 million. The market cap is down 483,000 from last week. IU Pixel, another one, right? 0.024 from last week, 0.0248. So it's down 0.0002. Very slight movement in that one, down from last week. If you bought $100 of them last week, you would have 4,065 pixel tokens, and they'd be worth 100.81. Oh, so I was off a little. It was up a little bit from last week. So there's 421 pixel token holders. They're down 2 from last week. So 2 token holders down from last week. So now they got 420.
I think you got those things mixed up. Were you drinking when you made these slides up?
I didn't do that. That was it's just kind of giving big shouts out to Joe.
But you see, it says 421 and then 423, which would be up.
My bad.
Pixel holders, or did he reverse those numbers and it was?
It is ask him
down
to
to 421.
Ask him to pop in there.
Joey, we need clarification.
Clarifications for
please.
pixels, please.
This is important.
It is. The Pixel has a total market cap of $5.7 million, and it is up 46,000 from last week. Starwire had from last week 0.24. It is up 0.25. So from a week ago, it is up 0.005. If you bought $100 of them last week, you'd have 404 Starwire tokens, and they'd be worth $102 today if you sold them. There are 437 Star token holders, down from 441, right, from last week. Starwire has a total market cap of $6.3 million, but their market cap is down from last week, $137,000. M2 Cash, right? I've been seeing on Twitter, Tim, the M2 monsters. Some people.
Who's in charge of leaking those out? Stevie Stacks?
I seen him. Yeah, Stevie's popping out some nuggets, man. He's got
some alpha coming out there.
I seen a couple of them. That big one-eyed guy, and one of them, the guy with like a two-horned with a bunch of eyes. It's crazy. Yep. They look cool, man. So last week it was at 0.0035. This week it's 0.0036, up 0.001 from a week ago. So M2, if you bought $100 of them last week last week, 28,571 M2 tokens, and they'd be worth 102 today if you sold them. There are 6,849 M2 token holders, up 18 from last week. So that's cool. Some new people being added into M2 and exploring that new cool token. M2 Cash has a total market cap of $40,325,000. And the total market cap is up.
You said billion.
No, I said million. Didn't I say? I
heard B.
Okay, my bad. Million with an M, like an M2 for M2.
Now we know why you keep me around.
It is. Honest. You do. It is. But the market cap is up 1.1 million from last week, and that's kind of a wrap up of what we do through our ecosystem and kind of what's been going on for the past week. And let me pop out of here. The other thing for anybody new, and I'll stop sharing real quick in case you have anything to add, Tim. You got some stuff shared or no?
No, you're doing a great job. Joey came back to say last week was 423, so we just had those numbers transposed.
Okay, all right. Thank you. There you go.
It happens to the best of us.
It is. It's all good, man. It's no worries. So let me get into this view. and slideshow, bammo, right? This is kind of what I wanted to kind of, go over and talk about. Anybody that hasn't been with us or even is, it's a good refresher. But you came in through Social Bees. Social Bees is an NFT, and that's why socialbees.io has its own site. Bees.Social is another kind of section of what we all have going on here. Let me actually, before I do that, let me skip that and let's go to the website, because I want to stop. I want to go and see what the website and kind of go through, so you can. There's a lot of stuff over there. Bees.Social. Okay. If you've never been over here, that is the website, Bees.Social. There's nothing after that, no .com. It is Bees.Social. Right. So here is where you can enter the exchange of some of the stuff that I'm going to go over, where we talk about our DEX, the DeFi, where you can stake in some of our pools, the yield farming, where you can kind of get from those seeds that you plant. But this is where you enter it. Okay. So when you click this, right, it will ask you first, your MetaMask will ask to pop up and connect. But this is how you get into that exchange. All the things when you hear Austin and all those guys over on Spaces talking about, this $750 million of locked liquidity, mostly all in this space right here. Okay. But over in this area, this main website, there's a lot of great information here. One thing that somebody really did that was very cool is this Bees Wiki. All right. Now, when it pops up, people that ask a lot of stuff, I mean, even in Spanish team right there, but there is a ton of information on this wiki page. Okay. And it gives you an overall idea, like the introduction, claiming. We get a lot of stuff about how to claim seeds. What do I do with seeds? What can I do? So that's what I'm saying here is this is a great resource. When you're here on Bees.Social, you can go over to resources, and it's this very top selection where you can see anything of all the questions. Look, even our BeesSocialTV has our rundown of what they are, what's going on. The names might change. We used to do web.
Yeah, well, Tank is a different version. We're still there Wednesdays at 6, but Thursdays at 10. That spot's open for anybody that wants to start a show. So Austin's moved to the Twitter Spaces. So if anybody wants to start a show, Thursdays at 10. Maybe. Oh, you know what's not listed there is the quarter ton of fun.
Quarter ton of fun. That's right. With Scott and Josh. Yeah, that's true. Yep. That is. It is a good show. They're funny. They're good guys. But yeah, you got the Swarm Unplugged. All our whale techs. You want to know about those tokens that we just talked about? There they are. Right. You can go and see what they're about. You're talking to their founders, talking to their developers. Great place, great resource. These are all the links of where you would want to go for hardware wallets, stuff like that. A lot of new people bought this first thing was the NFTs. You want to hear about all this crazy language that we all talk about, and what the heck is a beast mode? What's an airdrop? Automated market maker? They have all the definitions here, right? Like I said, people spend a lot of time. That's what's awesome about our community, and now the community is really, really, really growing. But there's other people that have done this and kept this up to date with all that's going on with Bees.Social or Social Bees. Centralized exchanges, decentralized ones, all of our social media connections, hashtags. We were just having on a call last night. People are asking what type of hashtags to use. We need to actually update this one, actually. But yield farming, the definitions of these things and how you operate, all of our token addresses, right? There's a lot of stuff here. So I'm not trying to repeat myself over and over again. It's just there's a lot of things that you could go over. This is the merchandise. Is everybody's over here, Tim, or no? I don't think Michelle's is. I'm just asking.
Michelle's is not on there yet. No.
Right. So yeah, everybody's here, but we got to update that for Michelle. But that's all the merchandise, right? So all I was saying, just wanted to touch on that. This is another great resource. Also, we have it in every language, 100+ languages, right? Every one of the shows are right here. people spend a lot of time and it's done, really great. Other cool thing, all of the social media channels, right? Everything is up here. If you want to make sure or you want to share, it's a great thing to share with your friends. If you're having difficulty of explaining what the heck you just got involved with, this is a great place to start right here. Okay. So there we go. I just now that I touched on that. Not where's my slide? There it is. All right, play. So jumping on that, Bees.Social gives you many options. You really do. This isn't a one size fits all group, right? You can do all kinds of things if you just your passion, maybe some environmental issues. You're going to see there are kind of a lot of humanitarian efforts that go on here. There are a lot of environmental things. There are a lot of people with animal rights and all that kind of stuff. A lot of cool stuff here. Tim may be more socially conscious than Patrick when she's looking for a company and what the priorities are for them. So that's pretty cool where we do have that kind of big umbrella, compared to a lot of other projects. And then there's others that just straight up want to know how I can make money, and that's cool too. If you want to make money and your whole thing is about how you can kind of get the most gains out of stuff, that's another thing that we do here, where we show you how to compound and do things like yield farming and all that kind of stuff. So
Ray, yeah. Josh wants to know where's the nuggets. He's got his sauce ready. How come we don't have a link to like the nugget of the day or something like that? We should have
a nugget of the day. Oh yeah. There should be a link. I agree. I mean, I want that link myself. But yes, you're right. I'm down with that. But that's the beauty of what we got going on here. We can still disagree on the motivation of the company or project, but yet we can still come together and pull on that same rope to move markets. And that's a neat thing that we do have here with Bees.Social. Our goal here at Bees.Social is to get you to the place to understand, how to do this kind of stuff safely, how to set up a MetaMask, how to move money from Coinbase to MetaMask or Gemini, and choosing those ones, right? Some we've already seen other people in our community have difficulties with Coinbase, right? When they wire money over and it gets kind of all boogered up, sometimes people can get it in and you're done in one day. There's no rhyme or reason with this stuff. But we always talk about that people are the gold. They've always been the value and we've been the value in every asset. Whether we're pulling gold out of the ground, pulling oil out of the ground, it's always been towards people. And the problem is we don't use that to our advantage. We've been saying this kind of stuff in spaces a lot of the times on these shows, but we all have built Facebook. We've built Twitter. This thing that Tim and I do on this show on YouTube, we've been a part of building that, right? We're the one putting content on YouTube, but they get the big, I guess you'd say, value, right? And I know that you could monetize a channel and do all that stuff, but that's the kind of issue that I think that Web3 and blockchain and crypto is really going to change. Is get that back balanced, right? Get that back where we come more in control of our data, the value that we add, stuff like that. But we're going to teach about the power of numbers and what that means, right? Because again, we always kind of that story back in the day with a year ago. What was it? I think that they were doing the GameStop. What are those guys? The guys that did the Reddit. What were their names?
Yeah, that was the Wall Street Bets.
Wall Street Bets guys, and that's pretty. It's pretty amazing story because that's really kind of shows you when people get together and they're pulling on the same rope, you can pull down pretty powerful people. You can lift the whole group up by doing that. It's just it's just cool how we can all do that. If we realize that, we can do pretty big things here, and that's really the overall goal here. It is to kind of get everybody pulling on that same rope, and we can move things in our benefit. And the cool thing is that we're all pretty decent, right? And I don't mean that like trying to be prideful myself, but you can tell. I've heard it so many times. of people on Twitter Spaces when they came in, never been with us, and they just first thing they bought was a Bees NFT, and they went into that Discord or anywhere in our space, and they were like, "Wow, this is really different." You know, everybody really does care about you, and that's just kind of the culture that we built, and that is something to be proud of for all of us. Don't you think, Tim?
I just add, because we are the bees, that one bee doesn't ruin a barbecue, but a swarm will change the direction of that party, and that's what we want to do when we come to the party. We're gonna take it in the direction that we all agree we want to go, and so that's the power in the way we all come together. And yeah, it's there's a ton of people from all different walks of life. But we have one goal in mind, and of course it starts with principles before profits. And we're just here to swarm great projects and hodl. I mean, the NFTs have been amazing that we sold out in 21 hours, and everybody watched that, and the fact that there's virtually not much on the floor to be had. And they're growing. The rest of it's growing fast, and everybody's getting excited, making little groups, subgroups inside that hive. We're just having so much fun with that. So yeah, that to be a bee means more than just having an NFT.
Absolutely, and also too, you choose whether it's capital or time, whatever we're going to use here, and every show you'll see that we wrap it up with these QR codes. Oh, look, there we go. That's awesome. Beautiful. But yeah.
The Nugget phone.
Nugget, that's a
Nugget.
Comes right here, man. But you do choose whether you want to use your time or your capital. Because when you do the ending of the show, Tim, that is QR codes. And that is, we're mining crypto, right? If that's all you can do for now, then do that. That's just your time going in there and checking in with that Opus chain and mining cryptocurrencies, right? There are others that you can just get in here and start learning in Discord, or just start being more active and talking on there, right? And learning in that way. But yes, if you have more where you can put some capital to use, that's also available here. So that's kind of what we, it's not one size fits all.
Melanie's asking, where do we find the subgroups? Like, and of course, Santizi called one out. Do I have a wannabe? I do have a wannabe. I think I helped create that name. That's the bees that do not have wings, because all these different traits and everything like that. Everybody loves them, but the wannabes do not have any wings. And yes, I have one, and I pointed that out. I'm like, I keep hitting refresh, but my wings won't show up. So what's with the wannabe? And wannabes, the bling bees, the gold nugget club, and the captain clubs is a very passionate group. They have a channel on Skype, but there will be their own channels inside the Discord once the traits fully flush out and everything comes in line and these groups start to form. They'll have their own channels inside the Discord, so you'll be able to find them in there, or check the Skype group. But yeah, and I mean, if you have a trait that you want to rally around, then you just have at it, or let it loose inside the group, and people will join up with you.
Yep. And it is, Melanie, what Tim was talking about. Once all these groups start forming, you will see them right over here in this category, right? Yeah. They probably will keep, maybe spin up something else instead of calling it Bees Buzz. It may be kind of whatever, something with traits. But yes, I mean, everybody's kind of starting to work on that right now. And, as everybody kind of starts getting on these spaces and talking and kind of maybe collaborating and coming up with ideas, they're going to spin up these groups over here where you can just click on something, and now you're in here with sports. Okay. I know that's not a category, but I'm just saying that's what that would look like.
Yeah, but same concept.
Yeah. Yep.
They'll come about. The bees, what, 2 weeks old, right?
Bees, still
flushing them out.
Still larva, larva, right? You're one of bees. That's funny. If time is what you have, here are some options, right? And this is what we talk about: crypto mining, right? Crypto mining is that what we talk about, and I'm going to show you at the end of these slides. You'll see where you could go look at it. You could look at that on any of the phone apps, whether you have Apple or Android. You could go and download and start mining cryptocurrencies, right? Like I said, we will show you what that looks like. And the other one, and we're about to kind of start doing this, right? This one is kind of morphed into it though, because this gamified education, you really had to do it, by having a bee. So it is time. This one, see now that you got this one is just straight time. This one is time and some capital, right? I think what was the bees? It was like $350, somewhere like that. I think that's what.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was around there. It's because Ethereum moves around, but
right.
That
under 400 if you played it right.
Exactly. So gamified education. That's exactly what we're going to go into with these Twitter Spaces, right? Talking about collaborating, talking about what we can do to even make the bees more powerful. Who could we bring in, right? Maybe in our network to kind of help, both ways. That's kind of the whole idea, and then just kind of educating. It's not like I said, I got the little Pac-Man guy here. This is not a game where we're like on a screen and we got a controller in our hand. This is something that we're just talking. Our activity on Twitter matters, and you're going to get rewarded for that. So that's the gamify. I mean, I don't know if people realize in general. I mean, you've been doing it on Facebook, right? If you guys are on Facebook, what do you think the little like button is, right? Why do you think that they're trying to keep you on there? I mean, that's the goal of Facebook, is to keep you on that page as long as possible and doing things, because it just shows you the activity, right? That's what gives Facebook a value. Why people and the amount of people that are on here. So you've been gamified. A lot of people, sometimes don't get that, because you've been doing it. Even on Discord, when we were leveling up to be whitelisted, to get a B, right?
The swarm game was crazy.
Swarm game it is crazy, and that thing, man. To see all those things scroll through, I looked at it the one time. It was like 2 minutes, and there was like 1,200 people that posted. So yeah, that's definitely a good game, right? But it was also awesome to see somebody win 1 million M2 tokens. What?
Right. What? Somebody rang the Nugget phone.
Oh, did they?
I'm actually going to be able to share a nugget. This is an official nugget.
Let me share.
No, I'm sharing it.
Okay.
Back off. Here it is. Here comes the official nugget. I finally get to do an official nugget that no one's ever seen before.
I want to put you don't even got Thug Nugget. Let me put Thug Nugget up. Come on, man.
That's the easy part. That's there.
Oh, look at that, Tim.
So Here we go. This is major nugget alert. Interrupt, stop the presses, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if we can. Let's see if we can.
Do you know how to? Hold on.
Do I know how to what? I'm just trying to make it bigger.
All right.
NFT Connect.
NFT
Connect 1, a premier crypto DeFi NFT event company who provides educational and entertaining events by bringing the metaverse to the real world.
Woo!
3 followers, 4 followers.
I
just up to 25% right there. One click.
Hey, I want to be on the early game.
Well, get in there. NFT Connect 1.
NFT Connect 1.
That is that's the website. So let's take a look at what they got. Ooh.
Oh wait, I want to see.
Man, look at this.
I'm not even looking.
Look at this. Look at me sharing nuggets.
Oh, look at that.
NFT Connect.1. Become a speaker registration sponsorship for NFT Arizona, February 18th and 19th.
Woo! That is
nice. One hot nugget right there.
1,000.
1,000 crypto enthusiasts for an event to remember most powerful force in the blockchain presents dozens of experiences and elite entertainment for the exclusive VIP event designed around NFTs, crypto exchanges, and GameFi.
Wow.
Mint or miss out. Oh boy.
Mint
or miss out. What is that?
Register.
Okay. It's got 34 days to go. Event tickets, general admission. Are these things live?
You
Am I
keep
gonna?
talking. I'm gonna register.
These numbers are here. I guess they haven't decided on what the.
Well,
I'll
look
go
at
register too.
I'm
But it doesn't say how
ninth.
much it is. Space is limited. Pre-register. Minting starts.
I'm ninth. At
Okay,
least I'm in single digits.
well, I was the 4th follower on Twitter. But yeah, so this is wild. All right, so go sign up to find out what's going on with NFT Arizona. NFT Arizona happening February 18th and 19th. Big time.
Wow.
There we go. That's a nugget, folks.
That is a nugget. That is beautiful.
And I'm just gonna have to say that Crypto Mims was saying, go look at your Skype.
Oh.
So that's
What you
my
give it to
source.
Tim for, Josh?
No, he said it to you too. I just didn't put that up there in front of you. I was holding back. See, here he said it to you first. He said, Josh, go look in your Skype. And I'm like, going to give Ray information. And then when you didn't look, he gave it to me. So that's my
beautiful.
source right there.
That is. That's probably what the phone was. Of
course it was. Of course it was, but you didn't answer.
We weren't joking. That's amazing. That's awesome, man.
Micro, is NFT Connect part of the Bees? No, this is just an event that obviously is run by what's the name of this? The Bees are going to be present, making a massive presence in this. But the what is it? What does it say? What that on the Twitter? NFT Connect is a premier crypto event company. So it's not the Bees, it's NFT Connect. So we're just saying that the Bees are going there in full force. Obviously, Josh is trying to get a hive together to go there.
Yeah.
But NFT Connect is the event company that's going to put this on. And of course, I was to NFT NYC. We went to DeFi Brooklyn, DeFi Con in Brooklyn together, where I got to meet a handful of people. I hope I get to go to Arizona. I have to go check flights now and all this kind of stuff. But there's these events are all over. I had a local event that was pretty cool. Everybody caught COVID. It was great. Recovered. Everybody's fine. But who runs NFT Connect? I don't know.
Yeah, gotta ask.
And it's not that information is not listed here. This is the biggest nugget. It was just Josh wants to go to this, and they're making look. They got 13 followers ready.
It's already see. That's our show. We have reach.
But yeah, so that's interesting. Who started it? It doesn't matter who started it. It's going to be in Arizona. It's going to be huge, and it's going to be all kinds of craziness going on. But there's stuff all over the place. Like I said, New York. There'll be stuff going on in LA at some point. Miami's big crypto town. I'm sure they have Miami crypto events. We'll be swarming those events. So I guess this is Josh wants to go to this and be one of the first events that we swarm as Bees. We can go with our NFTs. We can go with all the projects that we have listed on the Bees.Social. Melanie asked that before. Can we explain the scan codes?
Yeah.
We'll do that at 7:01.
No, well, she'd at least want to probably understand. I mean, what now, Melanie? I think you're saying that you did scan them and you don't know what you've done. Do you see how? I think there should be something that says, well, not think. I mean, obviously we know, but I'm just making sure that I see. I'm looking it up now, Melanie, so I can tell you exactly what it looks like.
Jarrell says, "How do we really know anyone can create a website?" That is exactly true.
That is.
So we'll do a little more homework, but Josh obviously wants to go to this and he wants other people to go with him. We don't want Josh to be alone.
Josh is a smart guy and he researches his things. So I will trust Josh's wisdom. So
Melanie was the 11th follower.
At the very top, Melanie, OS balance, you'll see OS balance and that number. So every time you scan one of those QR codes, or even if you press the button where it says support Opus partners, you're mining a cryptocurrency. And most people see it and where you could do it, on your desktop or you got server farms or how most everybody's used to doing it. But this you're actually doing it on your phone. So exactly right. And the activity rate, as your activity rate gets bigger, like when it goes over 1,000, now it's into the 2,000 range, Melanie, you'll be able to mine a little more OS every time you do it. So
Right.
let's just say right now you're getting 1 OS when you mine, right? When it goes to 2,000, right, you're going to then mine 1.2 OS. So it's going to give you a little more. So it's just like getting a bigger shovel, right? Soon you get like a bulldozer. No, I'm just joking. But yes, we have people in our group that have been doing this for years, and they're at like 9,700 something, and it's ridiculous.
I finally cracked 8,600 for my activity.
Did you really?
Yep.
That's impressive, Tim.
It's hard. You cannot forget a day because so you earn 100 activity rate points or whatever they are every day, but if you miss, they get subtracted. So after 100 days, you lose 100 points. So you need to keep going, and that's why once you get up to 100 days, that's 1,000 points, and then you'll be earning 1.2 OS, so that you'll be gaining more than if you missed a day. But it's important not to miss a day. That's why they call it activity rate.
Steve,
yeah,
it is, Steve, and you're asking for yourself. Don't. Steve's addicted to bees. Me too, Steve. I buy bees every once in a while here and there too. Yeah.
OS is Melanie's asking what OS is. OS is a cryptocurrency on the Opus chain, and obviously Opus is a big supporter of Bees.Social, so that's going to be worth something in the future, but it is worth what it's worth right now.
Yep.
Buzz, Janeth, how we doing?
Hey, Janeth. And just kind of going into that, Melanie, OS is just like we talk about how is Ethereum. Ethereum was a token that you could use to do transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. OS is the same thing on the Opus blockchain. You will use it to do transactions on the Opus. Opus is Rick, correct? Rick? Who's Rick?
I don't know which Rick she speaks of.
Melanie. I don't know. Is that somebody secret? Rick.
I don't know. You're an Opus partner. I can't answer these questions. Is there a Rick on your team?
Please support Media Blocks. That is me. So thank you. Yeah, shameless plug. So I'll go back to that was a great nugget, Tim.
Thank you. I'm very proud. I think if I check the archives, that was like one of my first allowed nuggets. I don't know if I've leaked some before, but this one was approved.
It was approved. That's funny.
Yeah. Rick is the guy that helped me last Friday. I don't know which Rick. Rick. There's a couple Ricks we know, but yeah, everybody's really helpful. So, but I don't know if he's an Opus partner.
There's a lot of partners. Just to understand too, Melanie. Opus is again a decentralized blockchain. There, yes, it is. But Melanie, there's a lot of us that are kind of all apart. It's a blockchain that's kind of decentralized. They all kind of been building out and doing things. But yes, he's absolutely a part of it, big time.
He had Opus as his background. Funny thing, you bring up backgrounds. Wait till you see the replay of the original show that we did in January 29th of last year. Ray's background, classic.
It changed. My wife said none of that. She said that's enough of that craziness. She said you cannot look like that. Hey, but that's all right. It's fun.
You got to start somewhere. It's a beautiful thing.
You do. We just jumped into it, Tim. We didn't.
It was more important to start than to look good. Everything doesn't have to look perfect. Not that it was looking bad, but you have an awesome room going now. So
it is. Thank you. But yes, it's funny. I'm glad, and thank you to my wife. She is awesome. She's very supportive. Yep. Thank you, Melanie. Appreciate all the questions are great. We love them, Melanie. That's the whole point of even this show. I mean, from the very time that Tim and I started it, that's what we wanted this to be. Just to come up, people have all kinds. There's so much going on here, as well. Kind of was going through that presentation. There's a ton of going on here. So you have to be able to kind of, reach out and ask.
When we started it, we were like, what are we going to talk about? We have to plan out these shows. And then I was like, Ray, these people are going to start watching and asking questions. And then I know a couple shows early on went to like hour and a half. I'm like, these are like marathon shows.
Yeah.
But there's just, the show is more fun with questions, and I love putting the comments up, and I want everybody to be able to participate. So that's really the fun part, that we connect with everyone that's watching and give out nuggets here and there. That's the fun part,
Yeah. And then look at, I don't have a bee problem. Only my wife and son think that's right. I understand, Steve. And the artists, yes, everybody did an amazing job, and it was very cool to be a part of that kind of stuff, because some of the community got to help with some of that. Yeah,
we want to see the Deb of Life. She did make an appearance on the Women of Crypto show, so you'll have to go back and take a look at that when we do our 1-year anniversary. We're gonna have to go through some of these things and pull out some clips.
That is, I even popped up. I couldn't stop it. Remember, I popped.
I'm sure she was happy about that.
I could not miss it. Yep, SVU is it is definitely, Janet. It's that's how we look at it. And you know what's cool to hear? That is why I really enjoy the Twitter Spaces. Is everybody that does pop up there, they immediately say it is like family, and we've said it all the way since the beginning, and a very functional family, right? We all do get along. I know I harassed him and he harasses me back. He makes those crazy videos and makes fun of me, but it's all fun. We enjoy this. We enjoy each other and everybody in our group. We all have fun and we all are friends. I don't know of anybody that I don't have a pretty good relationship with. So it's just
I
cool.
think that NFT Arizona, let me pop that up again. This was the nugget that I released earlier. This is exciting because we haven't, I mentioned that I went to DeFi Con in Brooklyn and Mark showed up, Patrick showed up, Rick was there. One more. Oh, Mark's wife.
Vince.
And Vince.
And
Sorry,
Susan.
Vince.
Yeah. Susan and Susan.
Yeah. Right. There we go. Now I got them all. So, it was great to come together with them. But this is a bigger event. This is, of course, out in Arizona, not a drive away from me. But I'd love to be able to make it there and then see, 5, 10, 20 people swarm this event. That's the whole thing. When we see in real life events coming up, we want to swarm them and have the bees make a presence. Because when I was at NFT NYC, there's 3,000 people there. The Bored Ape Yacht Club guys all had these big white hoodies on with the big Bored Ape on the back. And so you couldn't miss them as they ran around the event.
Mm-hmm.
So they made their presence known for sure. And I was like, BeesSocial has to do, that at the next event and all that kind of stuff. So and the New York one is coming up in June. So I'm sure we're coming out in force for that.
Plus our friend that we have on our, just on our intro, Santizi's Pizza is out there. That's right.
That's right. Not far from Santizi's. Maybe Santizi's behind the NFT Connect one.
Maybe.
But he's busy. He's busting tables. He's making pizzas. He does it all for that restaurant. So I don't know how much.
I think that's a great idea, Melanie. Upcoming event. That's a cool, great idea. I think it might be added to something like even announcements. But I think that's great to have upcoming events. Yeah. Great idea.
Calendar of events. I think that's great.
Yep. It is to kind of keep, and then even too, if you kind of maybe you were out for a couple of days, you could always pop in and say, "Oh yeah, no, that's something's coming up," even if it was around your area and stuff like that. That's perfect. So, Yep, awesome.
Cool.
Well, I don't want to finish the presentation. I do want to get into what Bees.Social and how you kind of do some of the operations and how you do the exchange. How would you buy them too? I want people to see it's not as difficult as now. You should always, if you're very, very new, you should always have somebody on with you. We all have time for that. There is not anybody that does not have time for that. This is the reason that this community was created, is to have time for people and show them how to do this in a safe manner, and to kind of take your mind off it, because it does get a little complicated if you're new to it and you've never seen what a token address and all that wacky stuff looks like. So let me share my screen again.
Yeah, when I know you were into it well before I was, but I remember coming in as green as anything, and I'm like, I don't understand what buttons to push and all that stuff, and how nervous, how my stomach went in my throat when I pressed go, and we waited for it to show up in my wallet, and I'm like, okay, it's there now. Now I'm clicking buttons,
Yep.
buying NFTs and minting 5 at a time. It's cool. I'm just not flexing. I'm just feeling comfortable, and I'm happy to help other people do it with confidence because through osmosis, right, Ray?
That's osmosis, man.
We're all come together and watch it all happen. But there's new green bees out there that need to know this stuff. Have at it, Ray.
And especially too, they just got NFTs, and they hear us talking about all this, and they're like, "Well, what do you mean? I just got an NFT." Well, this is what they all been talking about. This is where you can purchase that M2, right? Here's M2. This is where you purchase it, and you can purchase anything else here. Lyft, which is like a charitable ministry token. Pixel Gaming, Starwire is like entertainment. Music, movies, all that kind of stuff, and Wafu anime, and then this is our lovely rap PE that you've been hearing about, because this is the one that you're going to get rewarded with by playing and taking part of this game that they're going to start on Spaces. And again, if you haven't heard about that, they're going to do a 15-day. It's awesome. It's going to be amazing, right? So, and you'll get rewarded with that. So. If you had Ethereum or any of these 3 stable coins, that's what you can use here. Nothing else. You can only use those 4 tokens. I'm always using Ethereum. That's what I I hold. This is kind of one of our horses. So if I wanted to buy M2, I would just hit that, right? And I don't have anything in this wallet. I use it as a dummy wallet because I do a lot of these YouTube things. Okay. So if I were to put 0.5 ETH, right, half an ETH, I would get 452,420 M2 tokens. And
that's a good deal.
That's a nice deal, right? That is a good deal, man. So yeah, you're almost at an ETH. You could get $1 million, man. That's
swap.
Beautiful.
Hit swap. Yeah. Get
it. You hit swap. Now, if you were new, you would have to approve this first, right? The first time that you interact with our exchange, you have to approve the exchange using your Ethereum. That's what you're doing, and that you only have to do that once, just once, right? It will cost gas. So if you've never used this exchange, this button will be purple or blue, whatever color you want to say that is, right? You'll approve it. MetaMask will open up. You will pay for the gas, right? And then you just come right back in and put this in again, and then yes, swap. And when you do that, it will go through the transaction. Gas will pop open again. You confirm it, and it will swap out Ethereum for M2. And there you go. Now you have some M2. If you don't have the token, let me see what I got in it here. I got M2. So let's use a different one. Let's just say any of these. Okay, so Lyft. If I don't have this token, I just click this button, and there it is, and it's adding the token address. You need this token address, everybody, to see the or the tokens that you're holding, right? If you did that, if I purchased M2 before I put that in there, it is okay. It is still in and on the Ethereum blockchain, right? Just understand that MetaMask is just like a window, a user interface, a window to see into the blockchain of Ethereum. And if you don't have the address, like I just added Lyft, if you don't have the address to see it, then you won't see it. But it is there, is what I'm saying. I hope that makes sense. Because when you do that purchase, it isn't bad that you add the token afterwards. Okay.
I like to say it's like a file cabinet. And those token addresses, when it comes up, that's just the label for that drawer in the file cabinet.
Yeah.
And all your M2 is in that drawer right there. And if you don't label that drawer, it's not that it doesn't exist. You just don't see it. You don't know what's in there. You don't know where it is because the drawer's not labeled. So when you add the token address, the label comes up, you'll be able to see that you got 500,000 M2 in there.
Yep. There you go. And now you hear of this. This is kind of doing DeFi, right? And staking and yielding seeds. So Some of these terms you might not know what they are, but this is another part. What we've always kind of taught here and have really benefited from, because that's why I'm all in, just so everybody understands this. Back in September, we've done this already, and we've got to experience what compounding and restaking other capital and putting more in and more and compounding that really does. And this is the same concept. We're always talking about why, if you have a token, if I have Ethereum in here, why would I just let it sit there and just wait till it goes up? That's all you're doing, right? And we teach people about taking that capital, taking that crypto and making more crypto. Why would you, if you can get it to work for you, why not? And that's the whole beautiful thing about DeFi and staking and getting rewards. And that's what happens here, right in these spaces. Now, if I just purchased that M2, okay, I would enter into this hive, right? I'm going to go make that M2 do more work. And that's what you would do here. So adding liquidity, I would hit here. And again, I know this is getting a little deep, but if I purchased M2, I would have this right there. I would choose that one right there. I don't know why it's not choosing it. Let me refresh here. Takes a little bit. There we go. Add liquidity. Hopefully it pops up now. There. So because I have M2 already, I would select M2 plus ETH, because what this pool does is it's going to use, and you would put the amount of M2 that you want to stake. So let's just say I would want to put, let me go back to here, 100,000 M2, right? That's what I want to stake, is 100,000 M2. You're going to need 20% more of Ethereum, and it's going to meld. It's going to meld those two together and create this new BPT token. And again, I know I'm getting in the weeds here, but that is what it's doing. Okay, you're taking two assets and you're putting together, and they're going to make a new token called a M2 ETH BPT, right? That's what you're staking, and that capital is now going to sit in this pool, providing liquidity for tokens. Okay, and that's another thing. What you gain from that are fees. We don't say the word interest, but think of it like that, of putting, maybe depositing money into a money market or whatever you do with CDs, whatever you do, right? And you're getting interest. This is the same concept, but it's called rewards. Okay, you're getting rewards for staking in a liquidity pool and providing liquidity for these tokens. Okay, that's one thing that you're gaining from, instead of just your money sitting in your MetaMask wallet. Now you're getting rewards / interest, or whatever you want to call it. This is not financial advice, please. All right. Now, when you're staked and you've done that action, because all you'd have to do is approve it, and that's that another thing where now you got to approve this initial stake, and then you'll add stake and liquidity. This one's purple because I've never interacted with this wallet. Okay, just so you know. Usually this would be purple. So you'd add liquidity and stake, and it would pop up the gas, and you'd confirm the gas. Okay. Once all that's done, and again, I know, I'm getting a little deep here. Once you're in there, and now you're staked in this pool, the other cool thing that it does is it creates an asset-backed NFT. That is beautiful in of itself. That's another whole show, everybody. And I won't get into the details, but you get an asset-backed NFT. That's way different than what you guys just kind of did with the bees, right? These NFTs are backed by real capital of Ethereum and M2, real capital, okay? Not artwork and access, right? There's a lot more to this. So when you did that, when you staked in here, you would see the NFT that you created. You would click on it, right? You would click on it to find it, and that would pull it in. When you do that, right, when you're in here, you would start seeing that you are getting rewards of seeds, right? I know you don't know what that is if you're new to here. When you're staked in these pools, you're going to get something called seeds, and seeds are a representation of the capital that you just staked. So if you staked, let's say $20,000 that for this pool, you will get 20,000 seeds dispersed out through a year. Not all at once. Every week you'll get your dispersion of seeds, but 20,000 seeds for a representation of your capital. I hope that makes sense, right? So when you start getting rewards at seeds, what you can start doing is claiming those rewards. Those seeds would go into your MetaMask wallet, right? Then you'd come over here to farms and you'd start planting them in these farms, right? And these are crypto blockchain projects, okay? And they all have their own tokens. So if you went into Starwire and you say you had 2,000 seeds, okay, you would hit approve, and then your seeds would now be staked into this farm, and you would be getting rewards of a cryptocurrency called Starwire. And you didn't spend any money, everybody. You just stake seeds from something over here called a super hive, right? So if you kind of start seeing the concept, your money is able to, or your capital that you have staked is able to kind of do a lot more than just one thing, right? It's getting fees or interest or whatever you want to call it, fees and interest. You're getting an asset-backed NFT, and now you just staked them, your seeds. That's a representation of your capital, and you're yielding out, you're yield farming cryptocurrency that you didn't pay for, right? It's a very incredible system, everybody. And you're now that you have an NFT, this is what you're a part of. This is part of our ecosystem. So I don't want to keep babbling on. I just wanted to kind of touch on it, because now these next couple of shows that we'll do, we'll get into it more about what is yield farming. What does that mean? Why would any company want to open up a farm? Why would anybody do any of this? And you'll see how amazing this system that is being set up, how amazing it is. It's pretty cool. Anything to add, Tim?
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of questions coming up, which I'm sure we can address.
Right.
Does ETH and M2 run similar increases and decreases? Is now a good time to transfer or purchase? And what's a good amount to hold? That all sounds like financial advice.
It is financial advice, Melanie, but it's all right. I mean, just know that I'm not a financial advisor, right? I'm just giving you my opinion. I can tell you what I've done, right? I've bought a lot. I bought a lot of M2 because I believe in it. And ETH and M2, they do kind of go together, right? But just like WrapPE, because WrapPE was a little bit together at the beginning, it was pretty much like 1-to-1. It was a 1-to-1 or 1-to-2. You remember, Tim? I think it was 1-to-1.
That was earlier than I was paying attention.
It was very close. WrapPE and ETH were almost 1-to-1, right? But now, if you look at ETH is $3,200, and WrapPE is almost $12,000-$13,000. So It separates, if that makes sense, Melanie. I mean, it just separates as they are. But coming out together, yes, they are tied for an amount of time, right? So anytime right now is a good time. I don't care if it was 0.005. Anytime right now, get M2. Yes. And that's not financial advice. Anytime right now.
That was their next question. The goal is to hold M2, or will it be used in the game as well?
I don't want to, that's, I couldn't tell you or forecast that. Right now, it is not that I've known of. It's just hold M2, and you can also start doing those farms that I was telling you about. It's you can hold it, absolutely. I hold some in my wallet, but I have most of it putting it in pools and doing work for me.
Right. So far, it's just WrapPE that's going to be in the game, and that's all we know, because the final game rules haven't come out yet, but they'll come out right before we start the Spaces Marathon sometime next week. Melanie, one of the bees has an M2 necklace. Yes. Is that a sponsorship, or will it be an advantage to actually have an M2 wallet to increase my bees ability? That sounds like a nice plan, but I think it's just a trait.
And yeah, I mean, who knows what they would do further in the game? But absolutely, you're going to see groups that are going to get together, just kind of surrounding that M2. You'll see it, Melanie. I mean, that's a big thing in our ecosystem. I wanted to touch.
I don't know if there's an M2 group, but other ones have big diamond necklaces or diamond teeth, and that's what I started the bling club, and it means absolutely nothing except for the people, all that people that got the bling bees can come together and we can talk about how to, increase the value of the bling bees by, going to a jewelry store or something, and renting them the bees to use as their mascots or something. Who knows what it could be, but we'll brainstorm together, everybody who's got a bling bee, and see what we can do to maximize the value for those.
Right. And when you unstake, what token do you take out from it? It's going to come out as like, say, the M2 and the wrap PE. It will come out like that, Maria. Right? When you unstake, that's what comes out. There is something that you would look into a little bit further.
Will both come out? Do you have more wrap more?
Well, that's what I was going to say. You would look into something called impermanent loss. Look at that definition, Maria. All right. But yes, when you unstake, it comes out like how, not exactly, but how you put it in 80-20, it comes out. But look up the term impermanent loss.
Was it Cal that came on and did a fantastic video with us? So Kareem, again, part of this, Kareem. Yeah. Sorry, Kareem. But when we say, there's 600 hours, it's not like just me and Ray, going, hey, how was your day? It was we had some great guests on there, and impermanent loss was a full show on what that meant.
Yep. And it was I think it was only like 2 months ago. So yeah, take a look. Do rewards automatically compound, or do we need to approve the action? The rewards are anytime there's transactions going on, Melly. Anything in the ecosystem or the exchange, when there are trades going on, those are the rewards, because you're providing liquidity for that exchange. It's a beautiful thing.
I think that might be a gaming question, which then we would have to wait for Professor Vince to come along and finish off that white paper. But,
you have to go and collect it, right? And there you go. That's for you, Tim. There you go.
Where do we click to collect our wrap PEBs game rewards? That'll be in the white paper, or the ain't no white paper.
Well, it is just when you on there, George. When you're in the spaces, you're gonna know, right? Yeah. You're gonna understand. Yeah.
All the rules will come out. It's just that we don't have them out. They're just not. They're nowhere to be found at the moment. Right now, all you can do is refer to the ain't no white paper, and see what's going on. That'll just get you in tune with the terminology of what's going to be happening in the game. So when they come out with the actions and the things that you're doing, you know why they're doing these things.
Right. Now, Steve, the best times, again, can't tell you for sure, but 2 to 4 in the morning. I mean, really is. That's what I hear. Sushi tells me. Other people, Rick, I think a lot of people have. I think it's like I said, I think it's around 2 to 4 in the morning. Great question, Mike. Thank you, and I appreciate it. But beast mode, that's another beautiful thing I didn't even get to touch on. Beast mode is very cool because you can up the amount that you staked. So say you staked $1,000, right? When you beast mode, you will now have, the system will see, you as like you staked $1,100. So it ups it 10%. Every time you beast mode, you're upping your staked value up 10%. Now, again, like I said, that's about the amount of seeds that you'll reward. It won't be up where like now you're going to unstake. And when you unstake 12 months from now, it's not that, right? It's only as the system sees you to get rewards as seeds. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. But beast mode, it's leverage. Beast mode is leverage, 10% leverage. Perfect. Thank you. Hey, Kevmo.
Fascinating. We need a one-on-one call with you. I understand enough to know. But yeah, I mean, in this spaces, I mean, you can always ask, because even though you're asking, and we're happy to answer it, there could be somebody else watching that needs to know that answer again, or refresh it in their head, or be able to explain it to their grandmother, or, not their 12-year-old kid. They probably get all that stuff. But, it's always good to ask these questions here. We like answering the questions. That's what we're here for. So ask away, and it'll come to you. Once you start layering these things in there, it'll all make the connection.
Yep, and we'll do this absolutely, Melanie. I mean, any of these places, any of these times. Also, like we've talked about, we do have. You were on that nightly call. We have all kinds of these. Yep. Thanks, Kevmo.
Bling Bees.
And Cheryl, yeah, go ahead. Next one is the Cheryl. I sent it to you. Did you get that on Skype, Cheryl? I sent it to you like a private message, and all she's got to do is click that. But if not, get with me then.
Thank you, Maria, for showing up. Appreciate it when everybody shows up. Sorry, Tim, I'm trying, and my wife gets mad at me if I pick on Ray.
No, it's all good.
It's all
yep.
good.
Hey, we're going to be out there soon, George. It's going to be cool to meet you.
Nice refresher. Yes, that's exactly why we're doing it. Basically, I want to share my screen.
And it's okay. Like I said, we do that on that nightly call too.
On the nightly call, now that you have a bee, you'll be able to get on the nightly call. You share your screen. We can walk you through all that kind of stuff that happens there. But again, even on the YouTube, we're happy to answer whatever it is.
Yep.
What is the utility of M2 and what will make it valuable in the future? Ooh,
cool.
There is a fascinating white paper.
It is. There is
on the M2, which is you can go to m2cash.com.
Mm-hmm. Is it M2 No, it is. But it's a great question, and it isn't. It's not about utility. This one is very cool. It's a decentralized central bank, right? It literally is. It's a monetary system, Mike. It's very different. If you start seeing what happens when you sell it back to the exchange, and you start seeing the mechanics of what happens when it starts hitting 10 cents, when it gets to 10 cents, I think you're going to be pretty impressed. There's no cryptocurrency that's ever been built like it. And like Tim is, I think he's pulling up now, is if you look, there you go. The mining pool, right? The supply destroyed. Yes. It's amazing.
Mining pool, the miners, when it hits 10 cents, the miners are going to get distributed $15.5 million. It'll probably be over 25 million by the time it gets to 10 cents. Who knows? It's going to be crazy.
Yep.
Supply destroyed. That means when people sell it back or they're trying to trade out of it. And is there a time? It's only when the trade out when this gets destroyed, burned, right?
Yeah, well, like say you know how you have people get always kind of it's up, it's down, and they sell it back to the Bees.Social exchange.
Right.
When they put it back in there, getting ETH out, it is half of it's destroyed.
Right. Circulating supply 11 billion.
Yeah.
Out of 50 billion, all in circulation. There's nobody's pockets are full of a big chunk of it or whatever. I mean, 50 billion is out there, but 11 billion in circundation. And almost 250 locked liquidity. Go ahead.
Yep. And you know what's cool, Mike, is an anonymous group funded it at the beginning, and they put in $50 million into that contract, and they cut all the keys, man. I mean, that contract is living on Ethereum, and nobody has access to it. All it does is where you sell it. You sell your M2 back in there, you can get Ethereum out. You put your Ethereum in, you get M2 out. But all the keys, everything has been cut, and it's its own decentralized central bank, and it's pretty incredible.
Yeah. Great show for the newbies. Refresher for the rest of the hive. Yep.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you. Thanks for showing up, Greg.
Yep.
Kevmo says M2 will change the way the world trades everything.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. And just to touch on that too, do you know if because there, like he said, there's 50 billion tokens. Do you know if you tried to buy all 50 billion tokens, how much is that going to cost him? It's right. You asked that before.
We would want somebody to come in ultimately to start buying this up, but it's going to make the price absolutely incredibly expensive, which is what the people who have a whole box full.
Can we?
Can we automate M2 deposits? For example, I have a weekly withdrawal from my checking account that purchases Bitcoin via Coinbase. I don't have to do anything. It's all automated.
Yep.
Not yet, right?
No.
That's a good idea.
That is. Oh, this is a good one. I like
you could send me $100 a week and then I'll send you some M2.
That's not how crypto works, Tim. That's not how it works.
I can make it work.
This is a good one.
Melanie's our friend.
I'm looking forward to it because this is a great question. Mark, is it proof of stake mining or GPU mining? You want to know what it is? It's very different, Mark. It's proof of activity. It's completely different. You will see. I know you keep hearing everybody talking about this thing that's going to be launching. This new blockchain that's been with us. it's proof of activity. It's amazing. Everything that you guys have been here, I know you here, and mainly everybody's used to all this NFT stuff, all this kind of crazy things that people telling you far off and this and that. What people have done here is incredible. I feel blessed to even kind of have a show to talk about it. But what they've built is not like anything else that you hear people talking about. This is something where you hear people on here talking about it changing the world. That's our goal. Our goal is to change the world, and they have built things that we could accomplish those type of tasks. But it's proof of activity. Yep.
Well, we were just showing off M2, and I know this was a big thing when it came out at the end of April, and we bought in, and now it has gone to just over half a penny, now back to 0.00036. But Ray and I are sitting here smiling and laughing and waiting because our goal is not to get it to a penny or to get it to 10 cents. That's not our goal. Everybody used to ask, when's it going to be $1? When's it going to be? It's going to be $1 someday. It's going to be $1. But we're not nervous about it right now because we're in it for the long haul. Yep. We're here, and we've shown up for 600 hours worth of YouTubes because we believe in all these projects, and M2 especially. But I mean, because it's just the way it's been built is brilliant, and the saying is generational wealth. This is when this goes to the moon, forget about it. All bets are off. We're going to be having, forget about NFT Arizona. It's going to be NFT United States. Wherever we want to go, we'll have the G5 take us there, or whatever it is.
That's right.
We won't have to wait in lines. We'll do everything the right way.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap that plane in bees, man. Like, what is it? Right. Kevin Tupman. That's it. It's cool. That's it. It's awesome. It's just neat. I mean, everybody we'll all look back at this stuff, and it's gonna be pretty cool to talk about.
Ray, I just looked down at the clock. We always say, oh, it could be a short show. It's all right. It's Friday. We'll right. Just if it gets cut off, we'll just take off. We never have been able to do a short show. As much as we've said, you know what, it's okay if we do a half-hour show.
Yep, it is. We were just saying that today. I was like, Tim, if we only do 20 or 30 minutes, it's all right. We do hour shows all the time.
I only got 10 minutes worth of material. I was like, don't worry. It's never ended early. And now I look down and it's 7:15 already. We gotta show these QR codes off. People got a mint.
Yep.
Great job. Yep. Thank you for the explanations how to leverage the Bees.Social application. Yes, absolutely.
Proof of activity is living principle before profits. That's right on, Scott. Bingo. It's what we're all talking about. Everybody. When all of this comes together, I mean, you're gonna get. I mean, I get it now. I get chill bumps now because you're gonna see it's crazy, right? Just even this thing with this Twitter Spaces, right? Everybody understand that's activity, right? That's all you're looking. That's all you're kind of putting in there. It's awesome. A lot of pullbacks. Don't get scared. Get prepared. That's right. Right on, George.
Yep. When in doubt, zoom out.
That's another good one. Yeah.
We got 100 of them.
Yeah. What's the best way to share with others in regards to purchase M2? Assuming that's the goal. Yes. I mean, any of the information, Melanie, get them comfortable with what's going on. I mean, we can. You can. We can put little group meetings together to help. If you get a nice size group, yeah, of course we can do that, right? But it's better just to kind of get them into that website. Let them go ahead.
The easiest way to do it is share this video. Say, I was watching this video. I thought it was crazy. It was great. It was, so many people chiming in, all this kind of stuff. Just share the video. If they come back saying crypto's crazy, don't go anywhere near it. That's not your crypto friend. Find a crypto friend that, is into this stuff and wants to do a deep dive into this, and then they'll see what is backing this. 750 million in locked liquidity in all these projects. I mean, this is a serious group of hodlers and friends that know how to make it happen and are here for the long haul. Yep. Nobody's, not going to bump and run and just forget about it. This is not what we're about.
Nope. Thank you, Kevmo. Yep. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate you, sir. M2 Cash, that's the people's crypto. It's what's crazy. I mean, it really is. This is a real shot to be, anybody, a company, a country, anything can take this and use it as a monetary system. It's pretty cool.
Who was in charge? Because somebody said on the show the other night that a country is mimicking El Salvador's Bitcoin model.
That was Tonga. That's me, man. I got the
Tonga.
queen.
And you
Tonga.
have did you reach out to them yet?
I did not. I'm an ambassador. I'm an ambassador.
You would have to get over there and plant the M2 seed.
You got to see. I looked it up because I thought I had Switzerland, man. You got to see. When I looked up and I saw Tonga, that's a beautiful place, man. Seriously.
But we have to go there. I have a bee with the M2 necklace.
Yeah.
And you have the queen with the flag on it. I mean, we should be able to walk in the front door over there and tell them about M2, and they can scrap the Bitcoin and just go with M2.
That's right. That's it.
Like
so yeah,
Arizona. Let's go to Tonga.
Cheryl's close to you, Tim. Here we go.
I know. I see that. That's great. Absolutely fantastic.
Okay, so I don't have a bee. Should I? Should or why buy one to play the game or other reasons? A talk for now or not? It's real quick. I mean, I can absolutely tell you right now.
Yeah.
Game is 2%, and we're dispersing $25 million, and I'm telling you, it's 2%. Right? If our market cap, whatever, I won't get into all that stuff, but that is a small percentage. The game is just to get people kind of up to speed and recapitalized to go out and blow this out of the water. Right? We have so many projects, Mike, that are going on, and it's to reward people who are working and want to innovate and work and do things and create things and do amazing things to make all of this, right? Our whole goal, mass adoption. Roll this out in a big way and mass adoption. And that's kind of what the game's, all about. It's very cool. But the B, it's access to this group, Mike. When you could have access to and I know there are people right here on this chat, when you can have crypto millionaires, crypto whales, people who are very, very well done good in business, whether they have talents in, whatever, SEO, you got talents in graphic design, you can do things where you, do things with the, large corporation. There's a lot of talent in here is what I'm saying. And that B gives you access to a group that you can accomplish anything, right? Because a lot of people, I run into people all the time, they have some idea, whether it be creating a crypto token or an NFT project or this and that. How cool is it to be able, because you got a B, you can plug in and say, yeah, is there any graphic designers that can help me do artwork? And actually, you know what? There's 100 of us, right? Who do you want? What are you looking for? Animation? You want something like artwork on the wall? What are you looking for? How amazing is it just to have a B and to be able to plug into something like that? That's what it's about. It's access to this powerful group. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
So, yep.
And right now, there's a couple on the floor that are almost as cheap as we bought them. So go get one now, because when the game starts and people are doing these activities and stuff, it's going to go bonkers.
Yes, sir. Can't
wait.
Not
financial advice. That's just.
Make sure we get our mining, Tim.
Yeah. I'm ready. You ready?
Ready, man. Hold on.
Jonathan, thanks for showing up. Hey to you.
Oh, yeah.
Not sure who got that.
Who got Ecuador? I don't know. So B.
In my Disneyland Magic Kingdom entry ticket, until you play pickleball.
Yes, big community of Tongans. That's right, Mike. That's right. I got a Tonga. I didn't know what it was. Like I said, I had to look it up. It's awesome. But I mean, if you want to be in this space, I mean, look at other NFT communities. I mean, I think we're very much at the top. I know ours maybe not match ETH-wise with some of the tops, but I guarantee you we're going to be there. What we're about to do and pull off in these spaces, I don't think there's any NFT group out there that could do that right now. I mean, we asked for a schedule. Tim was over there helping, trying to get people filled out into a calendar. So many people volunteered to come up and speak. We have this covered, and there is no other NFT group or even that could do this. None. So watch what's happening. It's pretty cool. That's why I get all hyped and excited.
Yeah, it's definitely that way. All right, let's do this. Let's get the your app out, and now you can mine some of these, earn your OS and get your activity rate going. Happy Friday, everybody. Pay attention to the spaces this weekend. I'm sure there'll be more nuggets, more people talking about NFT Arizona, which is going to be great. And then we'll be back on, I wonder if the women of crypto are going to do something on Martin Luther King Day, which is Monday. So enjoy that, everyone. And we'll have a great weekend.
Absolutely.
Good stuff, right?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Nope. Thank you, Tim. Have a great weekend, brother.
You got it, buddy. See you next time.
See you.